nice.
Hey YouTubers, Grimmy Dragon here, and it's a review time again. TFCC was nice enough to send the final subscription figures, and we're going to take a look at one of them today. And that was the one that we knew was coming, being Krok with Gatorader. Okay, time to get Krok's vehicle mode going here. Just so you know, Little Grim's kind of still being devenomized right now, so he's not going to be making any appearances for a while. But that said, Krok here is a repaint of the Generations Thrilling 30 Megatron, or Dreadwing if you prefer to think of a repaint of that. But yeah, I used that same stealth bomber mold. Done very well. Nice matte black to him. A really good choice there. You got some dark blue and a little bit of pink and silver at the front cockpit. So yeah, it's done pretty well. I like the Decepticon symbol tampoed on the back. Very well done. And Funpub is known for having really good paint apps, so I'm not surprised. You got a little bit of blue on the back too, so yeah. And if you look at the bottom, you can see some of the yellow, which will be more prominent in the robot mode. But all in all, very nicely done. Paint seems to be a bit thin on the wings, which are translucent yellow normally, but yeah, the black paint seems a little bit thin in areas, so that's a minor nitpick at best. Still, vehicle mode looks pretty good. But we also got to get a look at his little buddy Gatorader. Since Krok was originally an action master with a little buddy, the new Krok has a little buddy, and he's done pretty well. He is a repaint of one of the 3 microns for the dark matter caliber. I don't remember his name. I'm not going to look it up, but yeah, this is the little gator for it, which looks pretty good. I do have that little micron, so we can do a quick comparison here. As you can see, very much the same. I like how they picked out the eye in yellow paint. It's pretty nice. On the back, sadly, the jewel does not have any faction symbol in it, which is sad. But that's the only real downside I can think for this one. But he's pretty much just a simple black and yellow gator who transforms into a blaster, which is pretty cool. It's nice to have a little extra weapon, especially since the original Action Master's little buddies also became weapons or other accessories. Now, if you have the microns for the dark matter caliber, you can indeed combine them with this Gator micron. Although that bright yellow handle will look kind of silly, or kind of cool, however you want to look at it. But yeah, you do have that option. Although it's tight and very hard to get these out. There we go. But yeah, that's Gatorader in a nutshell. So while we get... before I get into robot mode, I almost forgot. Here is one more comparison I want to make. Sorry guys, I slipped. Yeah, so here's Krok with Dreadwing. Megatron is so far in storage I can't pull him out right now, so we're just going to have to deal with Dreadwing and Krok here. Still very good, and both look really nice here. So, yeah. But, yeah, Krok looks more like a real stealth bomber, though, with the more black design, even with some of the yellow bits on the bottom. But anyway, on to robot mode. Now that we got Krok in his robot mode, you can see a lot more of that neon yellows coming through in his arms and legs, as well as a bit in his head. You can also see the translucent yellow plastic that's in his fusion cannon. Yeah, this is a Megatron repaint, so he gets a fusion cannon. But, yeah, it still looks pretty good. It was a nice effect on Megatron, and it's still a nice effect with Dreadwing and now with Krok. I also like how the purple details are actually coming through on him as well, with the purple on the arms and legs, and just breaking up the black and yellow. Like any 90s colored toy, he's quite colorful. Real good Decepticon emblem on his shoulder, which is where the decal is on his Action Master toy. While we're at it, let's just get that comparison in. Here he is, right next to his vintage counterpart. But, yeah. You can see where a lot of the color choices came through. I mean, the silver, pinkish red, the yellow and purple and black. It's all there. And it translated very good to the Megatron mold. So I'm pleased with that. While we get into the head, since it is a new head sculpt, and it is a very... Oh, come on. Focus, focus, focus. Back it up just... There we go. It is a very nice head sculpt. Looks good. I love how the silver really shines on him. And he's got the same color eyes as the windshields, actually. So... well, it's a decent use of paint, so I think it works. You can see on the chest the difference in like that purple and yellow and black really do break each other up, along with the silver and pink. So he has a very busy deco on him, which I like. As you can also see, I put the Micron in his hands, so he is ready to fire on any Autobots nearby, and he is loaded for bear on, like loaded with weapons on him, and the fusion cannon, his Micron, which becomes a machine gun of sorts. Yeah, he's ready to fight, which is cool. Even though this guy is technically considered a long-range fighter. Well, that's why he has a lot of armaments, I guess. But he's not one to get just directly into the battle. That's at least how the bio reads. He's more of a talker than a fighter, so whatever. But for another comparison, let's get another version of the mold in, and that's Dreadwing, who is showing off how Krok can hold his gun, like his fusion cannon, in his hand if he wants. Which is good. You don't have to make him look like Megatron if you don't want to. It will work either way for me, personally, but yeah, it looks good. Now for another comparison, I think this is important since we're coming to the end of this line. Let's just get everybody together. Here's Night Racer. And Shaker. Oops. Serpentor. G2 Starscream. Nacelle. Tarantulas. And our lone Autobot. The highly outnumbered Karzap, who you can't see. There we go. Much better, much more visible. And I gotta back up a little bit. But yeah, that's our group. That's our Subservice 3.0 in all its glory. And it looks great. Krok goes well with them. I like it. But we do have one more thing to show them with. Because one thing Funpub seems to like to do is actually give us Action Master characters. Like characters who debuted in Action Masters and never got a vehicle mode because of that. And don't often show up in the Transformers figures. Like I think, to my knowledge, the only Action Master Hasbro has released is Axer, who I don't have, unfortunately. And that was in the Hunt for the Decepticons line. But, yeah, well, let's get the Action Masters that I do have in their newer forms. So, there's Circuit, Jackpot, Treadshot, and okay, this one is a Hasbro version, but it's Dark Energon Wheeljack, who I'm pretty much making my Generation Slice, an Action Master repaint of Action Master Wheeljack, who was a Decepticon in this exact color scheme. But yeah, I think we talked about this on the Dark Energon review. And anyway, yeah, there's Krok with the other Action Masters that I have. There are others, like there's a Kick Out, I think that's what it's called, and there's actually a Thundercracker in these Action Master colors. I'm sure there are other ones that I'm not thinking of. But anyway, that pretty much sums up Krok. He goes well with the Action Masters. He'll go great with classics. And yeah, he pretty much helps round out the Team Serpentor from the Invasion 2 comic that Funpub released. Now all we need is Eagle Eye to finish out that set.
Okay, so that should pretty much wrap it up for Krok. A nice figure. Good to have the Action Master figures getting new toys. And you know, I'm really glad that that subscription service ended on a high note. I know these sudden bonus videos have probably been a little jarring, especially since I'm trying to announce what's next on the end of these reviews. But you know, hopefully this will get a little bit smoother as we go along. Anyway, now that Krok's out of the way, Halloween. Expect an alien review. So until next time, good night out there, whatever you are.